Hey guys, welcome back to Trek on the Tube. Today we're talking about the fourth and final short Treks episode to be released before Season 2 of Discovery picks up, The Escape Artist. Written by Mike McMahon, starring and directed by the one and only Rainn Wilson, best known for his iconic role in the critically acclaimed The Meg. Okay, seriously. So Short Treks episode 4, first my thoughts and opinions, then the Easter eggs and references that I could spot. It's not The Meg. By the way, it's The Office. The joke is, I should have been talking about The Office. Rainn Wilson is amazing as Dwight in The Office. And speaking of amazing, this was by far the best of the short Treks. I still do have a few minor issues, but they're not with this short in particular. They're more Discovery-related problems, which I simply can't blame this episode for. Within the context of Discovery, its main series, its parent series, this short is nearly flawless. And yeah, I mean that, but I also do mean the nearly. More on that later. I know this isn't everyone's favorite short Treks episode, but I truly, honestly do believe it is the best, objectively. Everyone can have their favorites, but yeah. Alright, spoilers ahead, I warn you. The story is not only fun and interesting, it's also unexpected. For the vast majority of the 14 minutes, you follow a captured Harry Mudd being brought to the Federation authorities by a bounty hunter. That plotline is broken up by what seems to be flashbacks of him also captured by a previous bounty hunter. Turns out, the Harry Mudd you've been seeing on screen since the beginning of the episode, both of them in fact, are not Harry Mudd, but actually android duplicates being sold at half the price of the bounty by Mudd himself. Boom! It's a huge reveal for a 14-minute short, and it's executed to perfection. For your first watch, everything is presented in a way that makes you believe you're following the misadventures and misfortunes of the real Harry Mudd, interspersed with flashbacks of past events. But once you've seen the reveal and understand what's really going on, it enhances and changes your perception of the events. Everything becomes so obvious. All the clues are there, we, the unsuspecting audience, just don't pick up on them. And that's what I love. I love that it's not a reveal that comes from nothing. All the dialogue, the performances even, set up the twist. Stylistically, we're talking Fight Club or A Beautiful Mind. Granted, on a smaller scale, this is only 14 minutes long, but you get the idea. Mike McMahon writes for Rick and Morty, among other things, so I don't know if he's used to the shorter format. I mean, maybe that helped. In any case, this whole thing has me even more excited for the upcoming animated series Lower Decks he'll be leading. The Tellarite kind of bugged me. He's the nearly I was talking about when I said the episode was nearly flawless. I'm not convinced, by the visual take, but it's not this episode's fault. On the contrary, this episode is respecting Star Trek Discovery, its mother series, so, what can I really say? I can't complain. His voice is modified, and though I agree it is unnecessary, that doesn't bother me. And, I mean, it may just be me, but did they change the snout? I feel like this Tellarite looked a lot more like the ones from the original series and Enterprise than the Tellarites we saw previously in Discovery Season 1, but I might be mistaken. Other than that, the sets, the props, the costumes, the makeup, the acting, the writing, everything worked for me. Even the CG wasn't bad. I love the fact the Tellarite ship had a really small view screen, just like most of the ships of that era in the original series. I love the performance of Harry Judge, the Tellarite. He's got this argumentative stubbornness to him, punctuated by snorts and sniffs. It's excellent. Okay, anyway, you get the idea. I love the episode. I think it's good. Let's move on to the Easter eggs and references that I could spot. Starting with the Orions. They themselves are not the Easter egg. What I'm referencing is the interaction between male and female. The original series portrayed Orion females as slaves, but Enterprise later established that that's just for show. In reality, Orion females tend to be the brains and leaders in Orion operations. Pretending to be slave girls is just a cover. Though it is true there are no slaves in this short, the male Orion does seem to be pretty dumb, and the female is clearly in charge, so whether or not it was intentional, it fits in perfectly with what Enterprise showed us. Platinum is mentioned, Federation credits as well. Both currencies have been used countless times in the history of Star Trek. Interesting to note though, the Tellarite bounty hunter suggests his 100,000 Federation credit reward could be paid in one big bar of Platinum. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you might actually have a conversion rate now. Moving on, Harry Mudd is accused of smuggling and transporting stolen goods. Both charges remain active well into the next time we see him in the original series. He's also accused of regicide here, but not in the original series, so I suppose someone came to their senses and understood that killing a duke doesn't count as regicide, nor does killing a lord, or an earl, or a baron, or a count. I mean, those people may be nobles, but they ain't no king. He's also accused of penetrating a space whale. That doesn't come up again in the original series, but it's a clear reference to the last time we saw him in Discovery, the time he hid inside of a Gormagander. In the original series episode, I'm Mud. Mud is found on a planet on which there are many, many androids similar to the ones he has in this episode. Various theories have been suggested regarding when the short takes place and a possible link between the androids on the planet and the ones he's using here. I truly think there's no relation whatsoever. It was just a fun way to reference the Harry Mudd of the 60s. Speaking of, this android is wearing what seems to be the same blue coat as the real Harry Mudd is wearing in the original series. Aboard his ship, this is the Andorian helmet we saw him wear in Discovery. This is the Mona Lisa. It could be a fake, but I like to believe it's real because it makes it more fun to think the Mona Lisa has been traveling around the galaxy for hundreds of years. The next time we see this painting, it's in the Next Generation episode The Most Toys, where some dude collects artifacts from around the galaxy. He tries to collect data, it's a whole thing. There's also a Batleth and an Adaraja sculpture, and this wide shot shows so much more. Okay, there you go. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode as much as me. I also hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. Completely unrelated, The Orville Season 2 is currently being released, and I am watching all of the episodes as they come out. I will be doing a season review when it's over. I just won't be doing episode reviews because even if it's very close to being Star Trek, it's not, and I simply don't have the time to review each episode of a show that is not Star Trek. You can follow me on Twitter though if you want, because now and then I do drop a few thoughts and opinions. One-tweet reviews, I suppose. Anyway, that's enough. Thank you so much for watching yet again. Live long and prosper.